Hello everyone, I'm Nikos Bourlakis, journalist of Basketblog.gr, Sport-Time.gr, and on the web radio of the Hellenic Basketball Federation, and I will be the moderator for our next session. Please do not forget to follow our hashtag FrontRunners2022 and to send your questions under the streaming of each speaker. Please welcome Mr. Julio González Ronco, Manager Director of Real Madrid Foundation, and Mr. Yiotis Panagiotou, representative of Real Madrid Foundation in Greek and Cyprus. They will speak to us on the subject of Real Madrid Foundation for a Real Education, Values and Sport. Mr. Yannis Bourousis would be here with us, but something happened to him at the last minute. His program was scheduled, his schedule was changed, and he asks for our understanding and sends also his love, but also his beautiful memories from Real Madrid, emphasizing how blessed he feels to have played in such a great organization. So, Mr. Ronco, the stage is yours.
Thank you, Nikos. La Fundación Real Madrid es una entidad social, educativa, de cooperación al desarrollo y de inclusión de colectivos vulnerables. Como la propia denominación que acabo de indicar manifiesta, los ámbitos de actuación de la Fundación es la educación, la integración de colectivos vulnerables y la cooperación al desarrollo, convirtiendo el fútbol y el baloncesto en un vehículo de acción social. Educar en valores y desarrollar el deporte educativo sin discriminación alguna hace que no limitemos la tipología de proyectos ni de beneficiarios o participantes en nuestras actividades. Y en este sentido, la amplitud de proyectos sociodeportivos que desarrolla la Fundación se basa en la flexibilidad de la metodología educativa, la universalidad de los valores positivos asociados al deporte y especialmente al fútbol y al baloncesto y la vocación universal del Real Madrid. La gestión de proyectos sociodeportivos a nivel mundial parte de un modelo único y de éxito que es la escuela sociodeportiva, verdadero foco de la actividad de la Fundación, y su combinación con diferentes fenómenos o modalidades educativo-deportivas, como son el perfeccionamiento técnico, la asesoría académica o curricular, la formación de entrenadores o educadores, o la coordinación lúdico-recreativa basado en la educación como una herramienta clara y básica de desarrollo integral del individuo. La metodología por una educación real, valores y deporte gira en torno a un enfoque didáctico del deporte basado en los valores positivos, para formar personas más allá de deportistas, porque de esta manera contribuimos desde diferentes ámbitos a construir una sociedad mejor. Aquí enlazamos con los objetivos de desarrollo sostenible, fundamentalmente los referidos a lo social, a las personas, pero no como individuos solamente, sino integrados en una comunidad. Nuestro modelo principal son las escuelas sociodeportivas, como he mencionado antes, que se desarrollan en colaboración con organizaciones no gubernamentales y con entidades educativas, así como con administraciones públicas y patrocinadores. Las grandes alianzas público-privadas para el desarrollo educativo es un ámbito donde la Fundación Real Madrid no solo se mueve con comodidad, sino que entendemos que es una finalidad y un objetivo a alcanzar para la mejora de la sociedad. Y aquí de nuevo es clave tener en cuenta el concepto de sostenibilidad, tan de moda hoy, pero que ha sido clave en los 25 años de trabajo en la Fundación. La Fundación no ha necesitado específicamente de una agenda definida por las Naciones Unidas para trabajar en esa dirección. De este modo no hemos tenido que acoplar nuestra actividad a la Agenda 2030. Era una consecuencia inherente a nuestra actividad los objetivos de desarrollo sostenible. La diversidad de líneas sería impensable sin un modelo claro de partenariado en las diferentes líneas de actividad. Así igual que en cada escuela sociodeportiva, al menos hay tres entidades que colaboran en la misma. Tenemos la entidad implementadora del proyecto en las actividades de cooperación internacional, la entidad financiadora y la entidad que tiene el know-how que transmite esta metodología, que es la Fundación Real Madrid. En España implementamos directamente los proyectos. ¿Por qué? Porque aquí existimos jurídicamente. Fuera de España actuamos a través de acuerdos con diferentes organizaciones no gubernamentales, como he indicado antes. En el caso de los campus o de los clinics, trabajamos con unos partners concretos que asumen nuestro modelo educativo y comercial, y en el caso de los clinics combinamos tanto la actividad técnico-táctica como la formación integral del individuo. Combinación en cuanto a alto rendimiento, tecnología, capacitación técnica, sin olvidar el ADN de nuestra organización, que es la formación en valores. Trabajamos con promotores regionales en cada uno de los países, adaptando nuestra actividad a la realidad específica de cada país. El control y supervisión de 650 proyectos en 80 países, en los que participan más de 70.000 personas por temporada, la mayoría menores, niños y niñas, requiere de estructuras financieras sólidas y modelos de gestión flexibles. Tenemos que adaptarnos no solamente a las peculiaridades de los beneficiarios, sino también a las realidades socioeconómicas de los países donde desarrollamos la actividad, para que de esta manera nuestras líneas de actividad sean rigurosas y sostenibles. La búsqueda de la excedencia, la auditoría de calidad y la observación de una gobernanza que va mucho más allá de la legislación en cada país, creo que es una de las claves que hace posible el día a día por parte de la Fundación. De tal manera que nuestros requerimientos de compliance van más allá de los requerimientos legales en cada uno de los países. Seguimos un modelo normativo, que es el modelo normativo de la Unión Europea, pero teniendo en cuenta las peculiaridades de cada país, vamos en cuanto a las garantías más allá incluso de lo que la propia norma puede llegar a determinar. En este sentido, en esa búsqueda de la excelencia, es importante, en relación a los objetivos de desarrollo sostenible, tanto las metas que nos pretendemos alcanzar como las acciones concretas para poder llegar a alcanzar dichas metas. Un elemento básico en la gestión de proyectos educativos y también de proyectos sociodeportivos es tener un cuadro de mando característico de gestión que permita establecer objetivos a corto, a medio y a largo plazo. A corto, que responda a las realidades tácticas que tenemos que afrontar; a medio, para que esas realidades tácticas respondan a esa vocación o metas a alcanzar de objetivos de desarrollo sostenible y que esas acciones respondan a esas necesidades; y a largo plazo, para que pueda haber una estrategia que nos conduzca a comprobar si la acción de la Fundación responde verdaderamente al cumplimiento de los objetivos que inicialmente nos hemos marcado. Más allá de la visión que puede tener la Fundación como entidad educativa y de cooperación referente, es importante para nosotros, en la ejecución de nuestra misión, tener un propósito. Y ese propósito, sin ninguna duda, es conseguir la mejora del individuo en cuanto a sus valores, la profundización en el uso adecuado del tiempo de ocio, la adquisición de hábitos de vida saludables, la mejora en la práctica de cualquier deporte, especialmente el fútbol y el baloncesto, que esté interiorizado en las personas el deporte no solo como acceso a la práctica deportiva, sino fundamentalmente como un elemento integrador de la figura del individuo, de cómo es el hombre y la mujer del mañana, y sobre todo responder a las necesidades que cada sociedad pretende en el futuro. Y esas necesidades vienen definidas por la suma de las voluntades individuales y de desarrollo integral de cada uno de los individuos que integran la sociedad. En este reto de mejora de la sociedad y de llegar al 2030, precisamente, con unas comunidades que cumplan esos objetivos de desarrollo donde se tenga en cuenta tanto a la persona como a las comunidades donde ellas viven, en este gran reto es donde está implicada la Fundación, y queremos con ello implicar al mayor número de entidades y personas posibles. Los partners que tenemos en el ámbito de clinics, campus, como en otras actividades, no son menos, son más para sumar en esta gran labor que la Fundación se ha establecido. Muchas gracias.
Thank you, Mr. Ronco. Now we will discuss with Mr. Panagiotou for the Real Madrid Foundation. Mr. Panagiotou, I think that, please let me say that there are no words capable of describing how important and successful Real Madrid is, but we will stick to what every young athlete, every kid's dream is to play there, Real Madrid. So we're talking about a well-known team in every part of the world that works hard and mainly with a program about the development and evolution of young athletes, as we have seen in many cases. So do you think that am I right?
Well, obviously, good afternoon, by the way. Obviously, Real Madrid is one of the biggest clubs in the world. I'm not going to say the biggest. Lately, there are a few clubs in that category. And obviously, their role worldwide, it's massive and very, very important to bring to other countries and smaller clubs their philosophy. Yeah, I do agree with them. I saw them in person the last few years. I'm cooperating with Real Madrid. I can see the work they are doing, the challenges they are facing, and Real managed the last few years to be one of the few big clubs developing young players, especially in football. So they are giving. They are on the driving seat at the moment, developing players, which this is very important. I hope so other clubs can follow up and start working with young talents and give them the opportunity to play and follow their dreams.
Also in basketball, because as we can see in the last 8 years, players of Real Madrid, I think 17 or 18, they're playing in the big club, let's say, in the men's team, in the 17 or 18 players in the last 8 years. I think it's something very important for such a great organization, because we cannot forget that everybody in this situation, they are asking for the result, but they can make a combination, the result and the evaluation. It's something, I think, incredible.
Exactly. They managed to combine they have worked very hard the last years to manage that, but they managed to combine the results and the promotion of players, of young players. And it's not only the 17, 18 players you mentioned, or the players in the football team. They are all the other players they loan or they sell around the globe. So the number is much more higher.
Yeah.
For example, in football, last year, there were 178 players coming from their academy play worldwide in different clubs, including Real. So you can realize when a club like Real Madrid managed to combine and be on the top of the leagues in football and basketball, that's a great achievement.
That's
and
great
that
achievement.
They give back to the society, because they are not playing only in Real. They play in different clubs, in different countries, and the value of each club and each player is very, very high at the moment. So it's very, very important to see other clubs doing what Real Madrid are doing at the moment, and it's something admirable.
Let's say that I think that the brand of Real Madrid speaks for itself, right? It's it's something incredible, and we can now understand how huge is for a player, for a young player, to say that I have played for Real Madrid also in the youngsters. It's a bright future.
Yeah. If you play for Real Madrid or any of the other big clubs, even in the youngsters, the doors are open in every club worldwide. And big and obviously smaller clubs. But as you said before, Nico, I don't know if you've ever been there, but what they managed to do in Valdebebas, on my point of view, it's important that they managed to have football, academy, second team, if I can call it like that, in our words, first team, basketball team, offices, all of them were in one place. The accommodation, the training ground of all those teams, they are in Valdebebas. They are working all together. It's one base. They don't separate football from basketball.
It's one family.
It's one family, exactly.
I think this is the...
In their little village, if I can call it like that, you can see so many football pitches, the basketball, the offices, So everybody are there. And it is a really nice place to be.
Of course, it's a great experience.
Exactly.
So we have to say that's a very busy day. So Mr. Ronco had some duty, so he have to leave us. But I think it was very useful that we heard and saw from him. Can we go throw away to the questions, I think, huh?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, let's say. So I have the first questions from Mr. Anastas Priskomatis. As we know, the Real Madrid Academy is one of the most organized and successful in the world. How you manage to sustain that advantage and how difficult it is to look for new talents every year in all over the world?
Well, Real Madrid, as far as I'm concerned, they have a very good scouting network. Scouting
all over the world, right? all over the world.
All over the world, yes, all over the world. Even though the first team, they can buy any player they want, but they have their scouting, they do their trials as well. Then based, obviously, it's Spain, because there's plenty of talent over there, and Latin America is one of them. But yeah, the scouting is a major key for that success. Scouting and analysis together, of course.
Yeah, so continue with our questions from Mr. Nikos. Bourlakis, is the current environment, do you believe that the coaching methodology of Real Madrid Foundation has the power to improve the society of future generations?
Yes, of course, because if you work a little bit with Real, or if you manage to be even in the clinics we are doing here in Greece, they just try to. The priority for them is not to see players or young players. Their priority is to pass a message to promote the values of Real Madrid: respect, teamwork, transparency, solidarity, commitment to the club. Equality, motivation, those are some of the messages, which those messages are very, very important in sports, but of course in real life. So if you manage to combine all those together, you will become a perfect person. So by working all those ethics in the academy, and not only in the camps, in the clinics we do, myself in Greece, Cyprus, and all the others that are happening worldwide, and obviously the camps back to Valdebebas, because we can do it in Spain as well. Those are the first things that they try to promote. They are not promoting the football; they are promoting the ethics first, and then football.
So permit me that because you made a very great pass to me. I think we are not talking about an athletic phenomenon, but also for a social. Because as we saw, it's a social, not only athletic, but also social actions during this. Am I right, I think? Or
Absolutely.
not?
You are absolutely right.
I think it's more useful.
Social values are more important than sports. Sports, either you have the talent, either you don't. And you have to work hard anyway, like anything you do to achieve your goals. But society is the biggest problem. Adoption it's another one very big issue. So they have to work all around working with it, from the youngest player to the oldest, from football to basketball, from men's to women's, and every other sport they do. Even they are veterans. They are going to Valdebebas, they train together, and they keep the memories there. So they don't stop. When football stops, they don't stop. The veterans, they live in Madrid or around Madrid. They are going twice a week and they train over there. So the family of Real Madrid sticks together.
Of course, for many years.
Exactly.
For many years. I think that the main purpose is to be a great teammate, not just a great player, I think. this is great for our society. So we have another very interesting question. How challenging is to implement the foundation's coaching methods in the Greek market, where winning seems to be the number of the priority? And I would say not the number one of the priority. I think something more. I cannot explain in English exactly the word, but in Greece we called it avtoskopos. I don't know. It's that you have to win, nothing more.
Yeah, well, it's very, very challenging. That's a very good question. It's not something you can achieve in a year or two. It needs a lot of work, but I think it's plenty of talent over here in Greece, and they are people they want to work professionally. They just need to give them the time to do it. Believe in them. Believe in the players. Believe in the coaches.
And also in the plan, I think.
You have to stick in the plan. You have to work long term. You cannot expect to develop players, either it's football, either it's basketball, in 1 year. You need minimum 5 years. So you have to work with the youngsters. You have to combine academy and first team. The academies, they have to work like the first team is working, and promote players, give them the opportunity to play, to prove themselves. Indeed, it's very challenging for Greece, very, very challenging. But I think it's plenty of space of improvement. Sooner or later, they have to do it. Otherwise, you're splashing money to foreigners or to players that they will never understand the mentality of the country. So if they manage in Greece to start working the way Real Madrid is working, obviously more players will develop, more talents that will come up, stronger national teams, higher in the rankings, either it's football, either it's basketball, and that will, and obviously when you see that exposure, more kids that will follow the rest.
That's it, yeah.
So that's, as you said, this is a avtoskopos.
Yeah. And I think that also it will be great that, okay, if a young guy maybe, or a young girl, maybe they will not be great athletes, but I think that you are creating great fans. And this is something also very important.
Well, Nico, I'm just going to give you one little example. I don't know if you're aware. 2 days ago, it was a Champions League game between Barcelona and Real Madrid, a women's Champions League, and there were over 91,000 fans.
Yes, I read it.
In a women's football, which that's lovely to see, that they don't underestimate women, they support them.
Of course.
That means in Spain, it is working. If it's working in one place, it will work in another place. So we have to give everybody the chance to do what they love. Either they are men's, women's, boys, girls, football, basketball, or other sports.
In every country.
In every country, of course. But now we're talking about Greece. So
I totally agree.
It's plenty of talent over here, so we have to give them the chance.
So we have another very interesting question. Can you please talk about previous Real Madrid Foundation basketball and football projects that took place in Greece?
Well, I started my cooperation with Real Madrid in 2018. The first football project, football clinic, it was in Athens. Since then, we do a number of clinics in Greece. Unfortunately, COVID restricted a bit our camps, but we are continuing doing it. For example, last football season, we done 4, one in Athens, one in Thessaloniki, one in Nafplio, and one in Santorini. And we done our first basketball clinic in cooperation with Active Media and Milon in Nea Smyrni. And I was very pleased because it was, in my opinion, very successful as the first one, and now incorporated.
I was there and I can agree totally.
I remember, I think even though it was the first, everybody were very, very, very happy. I think it was very successful, and we pass those messages. Because in those clinics, we are not working only with the kids and the players. boys or girls. We are working with the coaches as well. We are doing coaching seminar, which that seminar helps the coaches, the Greek coaches specifically, to understand and adapt on the way Real Madrid are working. So we're not sticking only on them. And the coaches, they are always open to discuss with the parents as well. So the parents can be educated. That's a very important point I want to raise. The parents need more education than the kids.
For sure.
on every aspect. So it's very, very important to have the chance to discuss with coaches from Real Madrid or the participant on that event at Milan, for example. There were a number of ex and or basketball players, men on women, and when you see your idols being around there, surrounding by the coach of Real Madrid or the coaches of Real Madrid, the players, the kids, the parents, the coaches, they are learning from them. So very, very, the clinics are very, very important. It's nice to participate. It's a very nice experience, and I'm looking forward for the next ones within 2021.
Another interesting question: in a club as successful as Real Madrid, how important is to teach people that winning? I think that we have already talked about that, but he said that how important is to teach people that winning is not the only important thing. I think that we talked about it before, but it's a very interesting question because it looks that the people want something more than winning. They want
we did, the people that they have the opportunity or the luxury to be at Valdebebas, and I am one of them, I've been a number of times, only while you are working through the dressing rooms, you can understand that by the signs on the walls, the way they structure the academies, they are going from the youngsters to the olders, and it's going always a step higher, a little floor higher. That shows you that you are going up and up and up. But all over the messages, they have to do with good manners, with respect, with teamwork, with solidarity, with commitment, with motivation. So those educations, they are coming together with winning. Real Madrid, they don't have the luxury to lose. They have to win. So if you want to be in a club like Real Madrid, you are going there to win. You have to be a winner. You have to be a champion. You have to... It's a challenge. You can develop it. But when you are there, you are becoming a winner anyway. But at the same time,
of course,
the messages they are passing through their academies, through their clinics, are the ones that I just mentioned. So they combine them together. If you are not a good character, if you don't respect your teammates, your opponents, the fans, if you don't work...
The organization, the whole organization, of course.
I mean, I'm talking about the players. If you don't have motivation from the people around you, I mean, if you don't respect what you are doing, if you don't respect the surrounding, even the oppositions, fans or players, you're not going to stay in Real Madrid. It is simple as that. They're going to transfer you, they're going to release you, they're not going to keep you there if you're not a good character. So you are learning to be a good character. You are learning to respect sports. You are learning to respect your opponent. You are learning to respect the opposition fans. Of course, you have to fight. You have to It's when you play football or basketball, it's one game. You give everything to win that game, but at the same time, you can see in Spanish football how much respect it is between people, especially the footballers. You are not seeing any incidents, any problems. Hard game, yeah, that's part of the game. But the game finishes and everybody are friends. The fans are applauding everybody. So this is what they are teaching within Spanish society, and obviously the big clubs, their role is huge.
So simple.
So simple.
Now, we have a very interesting question from Mr. Anastas Traianos. You know, he was playing basketball, and now he's in England, and he's making some very good things, and you will understand from his question. Say hello everyone. Hello everyone. How Real Madrid Foundation is monitoring and evaluating the delivery of the programs? What are the main barriers, challenges in delivering those community sport programs? What processes and procedures do you have in place to overcome those issues and maximize the social return on investment? As you can see, it's his subject from his question.
It's a big question. Real Madrid is a massive organization. There are a lot of people working into those programs. The foundation, they are responsible for all clinics and organization. Being in the offices, you can see that they built into Valdebebas a 5-floor building, if I'm not wrong. So many people and officers working in Madrid on every aspect. Either is coaching, either is analysis, either is social media, either is IT communication. The organization they had is unbelievable. How they manage it with hard work. Obviously, they have a plan and they stick to the plan. They have a lot of partners like myself in so many countries, but everything they are working from Madrid. They be controlled in Madrid, and in every category, in every sports, they have different people working on it. They have very valuable people. I can pick up the phone and I can call a number of people when I need help or support on anything I'm doing. Either it's football, either it's basketball, either it's analysis, either it's tactics or football or basketball or ITs. Always on a very high level. And you can see it now with us. We asked them to participate, and without any problems and doubts, they found a way, even though they are very busy these days, because they are organizing something in Madrid. They managed to be with us and pass the message directly from Madrid. And they are doing that with everybody worldwide. They respect everyone and everybody.
That's why they are, I would say, one of the biggest clubs.
I'm not sure if I answered the whole question because there were a number of...
Yes, because it's... so I think that we have...
if it's anything
I think that we have one...
Please remind me.
I have one... please, we have 3 minutes left, and I think we can answer in a last question. So is any of Real Madrid academies available in our country, in Greece? How can someone be able to adapt the mythology of Real Madrid without leaving our country?
That's a very good question, and in Real at the moment we are doing the clinics. Through the clinics in Greece, and obviously everyone who wants to participate in a trip in Madrid and train in Valdebebas, they are more than welcome to do it. From those clinics and the trip, you can live the dream and you can see how they work, because they give us the opportunity to train in Valdebebas with our own coaches, and obviously coaches from Real, they are participating even in Valdebebas. To having an academy in Greece, apparently I'm the first European I got the permission to create an academy, but there are still some issues playing with the logo of Real Madrid. So if we create an academy here, we cannot play the games as Real Madrid. We can train as Real Madrid. We will be named as Real Madrid, but we cannot play with the logo. That's an UEFA issue, a FIFA issue. Has nothing to do with Greece or any other country. But it's something that we are discussing. Apparently, I'm the first one they gave me the permission to do it in a European country. It is happening in a few countries at the moment, like Hong Kong, Korea, Japan, Kazakhstan, Brazil. I don't remember all of them out of my head, but no one at the moment in Europe, because in Europe it is Real, it is Spain. But I got the permission to do it, and I am in discussion. If we found the right way, it will something great to do. It's not easy. It's very challenging. It's not cheap because a Spanish director has to be on top of it. They're not going to leave it to us. It has to be run by them. So the philosophy has to be passed every day to the training and not only.
Challenging. It was a great word I've ever had. So it was great having all you. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for giving me the chance to participate.